What if I told you one pirate in One Piece had a bounty worth over 5.5 billion berries? A number so high it's almost twice the bounty of Luffy after Wano. Or that another character on this list has a bounty in the 3 billion range despite barely fighting on screen. And here's the crazy part. One pirate here had such a terrifying reputation that the world government placed a price on his head that remained one of the highest in history even after his death. Today we're counting down the 10 highest bounties ever recorded in One Piece, ranked strictly by the official numbers revealed in the manga. From a pirate whose price jumped over 1.9 billion overnight, to a legendary captain whose bounty still hasn't been surpassed. If you love deep dives into One Piece power, lore, and hidden numbers, make sure to subscribe. And while you're watching, comment which pirate you think actually deserves the highest bounty, because the number 1 spot might surprise you. Alright, let's start the countdown. Sir Crocodile. The countdown begins with Sir Crocodile, whose bounty currently sits at 1,965,000,000 berries. This number was revealed in chapter 1058 of the manga in 2022, after the formation of the Cross Guild. To understand how wild this is, Crocodile's original bounty before Alabasta was only 81 million. That means his price increased by over 1.8 billion berries. That's like going from the price of a luxury yacht to the cost of an entire navy fleet. The reason for this massive jump? Crocodile didn't just return to piracy, he helped form Cross Guild, an organization that literally puts bounties on Marines themselves. From the world government's perspective, that's basically declaring economic war. And yet, Crocodile's bounty is only the starting point of our list, because the next pirate jumps into the 3 billion club. Monkey D Luffy. At number 9, we have Monkey D. Luffy with a bounty of 3 billion berries, revealed in chapter 1053 in 2022 after the Wano arc. Yes, 3 billion. That's more than 37 times higher than Luffy's first bounty of 30 million back in East Blue. But what caused the explosion? 3 massive events. Luffy defeated Kaido, awakened his devil fruit, and was officially recognized as one of the 4 emperors of the sea. To put this number into perspective, Luffy's bounty alone could theoretically pay for 150 pacifista units, each estimated to cost around 20 million berries during the Sabaody arc. But here's the shocking part. Even after defeating the world's strongest creature, Luffy still isn't even close to the top of this list. And the next pirate's bounty is higher, despite people thinking he's a joke. Buggy the Clown. Coming in at number 8 is Buggy the Clown, with a bounty of 3,189,000,000 berries, revealed in chapter 1058, 2022. Yes, Buggy, the same pirate who used to panic at the sight of Myhawk. His bounty skyrocketed after he became the public face of the Cross Guild and was mistakenly believed to be its leader. From the government's perspective, Buggy is now commanding 2 terrifying figures, Dracul Myhawk and Crocodile. So the world government responded with a bounty higher than Luffy's. Think about that. Buggy went from 15 million in East Blue to over 3.1 billion. That's a 212 times increase. And yet the pirate ranked right above him has a bounty that reflects pure combat reputation, not misunderstandings. And his blade alone terrifies the world. Dracul Myhawk. Number 7 belongs to Dracul Myhawk, whose bounty stands at 3,590,000,000 berries, revealed in chapter 1058, 2022. Myhawk is the world's strongest swordsman, and the world government explicitly stated his bounty reflects a level of sword skill even greater than Redhaired Shanks. Let that sink in. His bounty is over 400 million higher than Buggy's, despite Buggy technically being the emperor. That tells you the government knows exactly who the real danger is. Myhawk achieved this reputation without a crew, territory, or army. Imagine how high his bounty could be if he actually commanded a pirate empire. But Myhawk's number still isn't enough to enter the 4 billion club. The next pirate barely misses it, and he's one of the most dangerous men alive. Marshal D. Teach. At number 6 is Marshal D. Teach, also known as Blackbeard, with a bounty of 3,996,000,000 berries. This figure was revealed in Chapter 957, 2019. That's just 4 million short of 4 billion. Blackbeard's rise is one of the fastest in pirate history. He went from 0 bounty as a Whitebeard crew member to nearly 4 billion in just a few years. He orchestrated the capture of Port Gas D. Ace, invaded Impel Down, stole Whitebeard's devil fruit, and became an emperor. To visualize this scale, Blackbeard's bounty alone equals roughly 133 times the average Marine captain's bounty target of around 30 million pirates. But even Blackbeard isn't the most feared emperor, because the next pirate's bounty officially crosses the 4 billion barrier. Redhaired Shanks. At number 5, we have Redhaired Shanks with a bounty of 4,048,900,000 berries, revealed in Chapter 957, 2019. That extra 48.9 million detail is classic Oda precision. Shanks holds the lowest bounty among the original Yonko, yet he's arguably the most politically powerful. He can literally walk into the world government's holy land and speak to the 5 elders. In terms of raw numbers, Shanks' bounty is about 1 billion higher than Luffy's current one, meaning the government still sees a massive gap between the new generation and the established emperors. But Shanks' bounty is still overshadowed by 2 monsters who ruled the seas for decades, and the next pirate's bounty climbs nearly 350 million higher. Charlotte Lynlin. Number 4 belongs to Charlotte Lynlin, better known as Big Mom, with a bounty of 4,388,000,000 berries, revealed in Chapter 957, 2019. Big Mom was considered such a threat that even as a child of 5 years old, she destroyed a giant village in Elbaf. Her empire spanned dozens of islands across Tato Land, and her crew included multiple billion-berry commanders. Her bounty is roughly 1.4 times larger than Luffy's post-Wano bounty. But here's the scary part. Big Mom still isn't even the strongest creature the government had to deal with, because the next pirate's bounty surpasses 4.6 billion. Kaido. At number 3, we have Kaido, the captain of the Beast's pirates, with a bounty of 4,611,100,000 berries, revealed in Chapter 957, 2019. Kaido held the title of strongest creature in the world. His bounty is about 223 million higher than Big Mom's, reflecting his nearly unbeatable reputation. Kaido was captured by the Marines 18 times, sentenced to death multiple times, and every execution failed. That reputation alone made him one of the most feared pirates alive. Even after ruling Wano for decades and building an army of artificial devil fruit users, Kaido's bounty still wasn't the highest in history, because 2 legends from the previous era sit above him, and their numbers are in an entirely different league. Edward Nugate. Number 2 goes to Edward Nugate, also known as Whitebeard, whose bounty reached 5,046,000,000 berries. This number was revealed in Chapter 957, 2019, as the highest bounty of any pirate from the previous generation. Whitebeard was known as the strongest man in the world. At his peak, he commanded a fleet of over 1,600 crew members and dozens of allied pirate crews. His bounty exceeded Kaido's by over 434 million berries. Even more impressive, Whitebeard achieved this while not actively seeking world domination. He just wanted a family, and yet the world government still placed a price on his head worth over 5 billion. But even Whitebeard couldn't claim the number 1 spot, because one pirate's bounty remains the highest ever recorded in the history of One Piece. Joel D. Roger. The highest bounty ever revealed belongs to GOLD. Roger, the Pirate King himself. His bounty reached 5,564,800,000 berries, revealed in Chapter 957, 2019. That's more than 500 million higher than Whitebeard's. Roger achieved this number after accomplishing the impossible, reaching Laugh Tale and discovering the One Piece. From the world government's perspective, Roger wasn't just a pirate. He was a man who learned the true history of the world. And knowledge in One Piece can be even more dangerous than power. To visualize the scale, Roger's bounty is about 185 times larger than the bounty that once shocked the world when Luffy hit 30 million. Even decades after his execution, no pirate has surpassed that number. Not Kaido, not Shanks, not even the new emperors, which means the Pirate King still holds the crown, even in bounty. So here's the big question. Do you think bounty actually reflects strength in One Piece? Or is it more about political threat to the world government? Because if that's true, then characters like Dragon or Emu might have numbers we haven't even seen yet. Let me know in the comments which pirate deserves the highest bounty of all time. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want more deep dives into One Piece numbers, lore, and power rankings, make sure to subscribe, because the next countdown might reveal the strongest devil fruits ranked by real data. And trust me, that list gets even crazier.